This is adorable.
I really like it.
This is just look at him, just with the flowers in the graveyard. So Damien, I really like how like the whole thing about like being so overly conscious about how you appear to other people is explored through his character.
Yeah.
I feel like every character is really relatable in some way except for Joseph.
Yeah.
Because fuck Joseph, he sucks.
Well, as much as this game's about like the dating part, it's also it's barely about the dating part. It's also about being a dad to Amanda and then also learning lessons from each dad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because like everyone teaches you something. Like
Yeah.
Craig teaches you not to overwork yourself and take time for yourself. Brian teaches you that sometimes you have to admit your faults and get over like preconceived notions of people and just kind of communicate, because their entire thing was a misunderstanding because you didn't talk.
Yeah.
And then Hugo was like, don't judge a book by its cover. Joseph was try to be honest with people.
Joseph, he's shit.
And then Damien was just like, don't set up expectations for yourself, just be yourself.
Yeah. Just I feel a similar one between both Damien and Hugo though, like embracing yourself.
Exactly, yeah. It's
and
really
what
nice.
makes you happy.
I really appreciate those.
We shall continue. There's only 2 left.
There's only 2 left.
Only 2 more dads.
And they're 2 of the best, I must say.
Welcome.
They're my number 1 and number 3, I would say.
Robert
is my fave, and
Matt
is the 3rd best.
So we're gonna save,
only because Robert and Hugo are the best.
We're saving Matt for last. So we're gonna go with the mysterious,
my man,
confusing Robert.
Let me just warm up a little.
Okay, yeah. Here's your lines. There's your warm up.
When the internet gains sentience and decides to destroy us all.
I'm not going that deep. That'd be ridiculous. But I'll be good. We're good.
All right. So let's go for. Hey. I'm sure.
It's the only dad that actually says hey.
Yeah.
Because in the message. Hey,
Polnareff.
Hey, Polnareff, I'm outside your house. I will fucking honk.
I will fonk. I will fonk.
I will fonk on you. I haven't spoken to Robert since that night we drove out to his thinking spot. He seemed unusually somber then, like more so than the usual amount of somber that Robert is, which is already a lot. I've been thinking about him and hope he's doing okay, but I've been a little reluctant to reach out to him.
Jean-Pierre. Hey, Jean-Pierre. Guess who's getting their drink on tonight?
I take a look at my dad book messages. There's a flurry of them from Robert. Oh.
As he usually does. Guess. It's you. But also me, but mostly you.
Yeah, dude. I type back to Robert. Robert, buddy, tonight we ride.
Yes. Meet me at Jim Kin's at 8 p.m.
Not that I'm unappreciative, but I think this is the first time that Robert's given me more than an hour's warning before hanging out. Amanda pops her head into the hallway. Music I don't recognize blaring from her room.
What's up?
I'm hanging out with Robert later tonight.
Okay, cool.
Robert, who is my friend, I have friends.
I'm happy for you, Dad.
People enjoy my company, Amanda.
Dad, I'm so happy for your continued development as a human being.
What are you listening to?
Sad shit.
What would Grandma think? I don't give a fuck
you get an achievement
anymore.
if you say I don't give a fuck anymore. Do it.
I don't give a fuck anymore. Amanda Lang. You know what? You're an adult now. I give my earnest effort for all 18 years of your life. Go forth and swear. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Fuck yeah. See?
Let Amanda say sense.
I really love that so much. I did that on my first go through too. I didn't know about it. I was just like, yeah, you know what? I would care. You can swear you're 18.
I really hope I don't regret this later. Amanda goes back into her room and turns up the volume to her sad shit. I put on my going out coat and I walk over to Jim and Kim's. I spot Robert leaning against the brick wall, smoking a cigarette. As I get closer, I realize that he looks a little different. Cleaner, I guess. There's something about him that does look different. Is he shiny? No.
He's facing the other way, I think. Actually, no, he's not.
I think, yeah, he is facing the other way. Like, his sprite has been flipped.
Oh, maybe.
Jim equals Kim's?
Oh, no. Jim and...
Yeah, I know, but this looks like an equal sign.
It probably
Therefore,
is
it's
some
math.
random joke.
Yeah, there's probably some stupid joke that's like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, no. Actually, it actually seems like he combed his hair and his clothes are less wrinkled than usual. I cannot.
So he's even hotter. Oh, the sprite doesn't have a difference. He's even hotter than I usually think he is.
Hey.
Why'd you say it like that? Hey.
You take a shower just for me? Well, like, he does not play Smash then. That's confirmed.
Working my relationship with existence.
See, this is... I love the I don't know. Existential characters, so often I feel like they don't really connect with me properly. This one does.
Me too. That's another reason I like him so much.
We both stand here for a second and don't say anything. Robert finishes his cigarette and abruptly goes inside. I follow him. By the time I get inside, Robert's already at the bar ordering 2 whiskeys. I spot a booth in the back and claim it for us. Robert slides in and hands me a glass. To us.
Yeah.
Here's to us, and all the property damage and petty larceny that we may commit tonight. We clink whiskeys, and I watch him sip his, rather than his traditional approach of slamming the whiskey back as quickly as possible. So what's the plan for tonight?
Hit some other bars, maybe grab some pizza. I think that'll kill some time before we go burn down that old abandoned house in the woods. It's definitely not as fun if it's abandoned.
Hey.
Mary pops up at the back of the booth, a wine glass in her hand. She punches Robert in the shoulder. Hey!
Where is my phone call? Sorry, I figured you were busy sinking your teeth in some poor sap. I am, he's right here.
I look around the booth to see a guy sitting across from her. He waves meekly.
Ugh.
You replace me with a new kid? Mary, I could never replace you, whether I wanted to or not.
Mary leaves her booth and slides in next to Robert. The guy she was sitting with looks mildly relieved. She eyes Robert's clean pressed clothes up and down suspiciously.
What? You got a court date coming up? Now, think for a second. What's their dynamic?
What do you mean?
How do they interact with each other?
Partners in crime. He'd never convince the jury.
No, they're always joking.
Oh,
So what do you think you should say?
he does.
Yeah.
Courts offered me impunity if I would testify against him. I'm considering it.
Seriously though, what's up with you?
Robert stares down at his drink, suddenly looking serious. Yeah, he is a little bit off tonight.
It's Poppy. Doctor says it's cirrhosis of the liver. I told that old bag of bones to quit it with the sauce, but it's all he's ever known, especially since Ma's gone.
Wait, is this real shit?
I forget. That's why I invited you out tonight. Just didn't want to be alone.
Yeah, I think this is real shit, actually. This is the problem with this kind of joking. You can never tell when it's real shit or not.
I know. It would be better if it was in
Come on.
person. It would be easier.
Yeah.
Polnareff, don't be an asshole. You know the one thing Robert doesn't joke about Robert doesn't joke about is his Poppy.
Oh, it's his dad? His pappy?
I guess.
Whoops. See, how am I supposed to know that? I don't know Robert well enough.
I'm still not sure if this is serious. Just keep clicking.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They're giving him 2 months. I gotta help him straighten out his affairs.
Robert, I'm so sorry. Robert takes a long look at his whiskey, eyeing it in the dim glow of the bar's lights.
I look at his life, then I look at mine, and I know that history is just doomed to repeat itself.
Oh, is it genetic? Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. He's retired with his new girlfriend now. Acapulco. They watch the sun set every night, probably screw like donkeys. And Jonah is gone. Yeah, that's Robert, but that's why I like him so much. He can always lighten up anything.
I've accepted the fact that I'm the most gullible person on the planet. But come on! That's, dude, you don't fucking... Fuck! God damn it, this fucking guy and his jokes! I just can't get away from him.
Robert's the best.
Oh, fucking, I'm just kidding. My ass is kidding. Wait, aren't rabbits the ones who screw a lot?
Oh, sorry, didn't realize you're an expert on which animals screw a lot.
Yeah, I am. You want to act like one tonight?
Come on.
Please stop saying the word screw.
Fine, I'll say fuck instead. How about that? Robert finishes his drink and slides it away from him. He gets up out of the booth.
Me and Polnareff are gonna hit the bricks. You coming with?
Mary casts one last glance at the sad sap she's been hunting and downs the rest of her wine in one gulp.
Me. This place is dead anyways. Ah.
We exit the bar and find the typically empty street filled with a small crowd of people. At the front is a guy with a really deliberate attitude and a bad posture. He carries a lantern that he shines up at the face for dramatic effect.
I love this date so much. Okay.
Is it like we're all gonna do stupid shit and she's doing stupid shit with us now?
You'll see, you'll see.
What's going on?
Looks like it's one of those walking ghost tours. They do that in this part of town all the time.
Yeah, that's a Robert thing.
I always want to do one of those. You know all the stories are fake, right?
No, they're real in my mind.
Pretty much all my stories are fake. This is just research.
Yeah, well, I learned that the hard way. Robert makes a beeline towards the back of the group. He turns around when he notices I'm not following him.
Come on.
We can't just crash it, can we?
Don't be such a square, Polnareff. Just act like you belong.
Don't be such a square, Jean-Pierre. Just act like you belong.
I should have done that, actually. That would have been funnier.
Robert slides up to the tour group. I reluctantly follow a step behind him. Well, here goes nothing. Hey, it was in this place in 1694 that the most infamous witch trials were held. Today, we do not know if the people burned at the stake were actually witches, but it's widely reported that their ghosts still haunt the hapless dive bar to this very day.
It was actually 1692.
What?
And the site was over by the coffee shop down the road.
I hope that he's not, like, overly depressed, because that means we would technically have done the dates in the wrong order, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, in the Hugo one, like, okay,
we fix him, yeah.
We fix him, but it's like, is he going to be all like,
I think so.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Daniel McSturgis, ghost historian. Now, pay attention, because you have to go along with the story, so you need to remember all the names he uses and shit. So pay attention.
Daniel McSturgis, right?
Yeah. And this is my colleague, Dr.
80s reference, 90s reference, 2000s reference, contemporary reference.
I don't remember which one he likes most. You can just pick one. We may have to do this multiple times, warning.
Should I save?
Oh, yeah. Save, please.
Well, I feel like one of these is going to be Dr. Feelgood.
Might be.
So let's do 80s. Dr. Loomis, paranormal investigator extraordinaire. We're touring America's most haunted locations as research for our new book. This is my new book. It's not done yet, but this is my new book. It's the new book.
We're working
Dr.
on it.
Loomis and Daniel
Sturgis.
Sturgis, yeah. Right.
You may have seen our guest cameo in Paranormal House Hunters Extreme Edition.
A couple of people in the group start nodding. Man, Robert's good at this.
I am sad.
I'm sad. Are you guys part of the group? I don't remember seeing you at the first stop.
We like to keep a low profile. Easier to catch ghosts that way.
Oh.
They've definitely been here. Been staying next to them the whole time.
Thank you, random lady who I do not know.
As I was saying, the epicenter of parent activity can be found at the Coffee Spoon, over there. The man who runs has been plagued by hauntings since he signed the lease. Damn near driven him mad.
Oh, Matt.
But whatever you want to say is cool, I guess. It's your tour.
Man, didn't know that about Matt. Wait, Robert's making this up. See,
that's the other thing that I find really attractive about him is he can do improv for that long.
He's really good at
and
it.
not fuck up. Like, I love that.
Like, okay, he didn't fool me about Matt. I was going along with that. Polnareff's the one that's still being
Yeah,
gullible.
Polnareff's still an idiot.
Okay, so
You're gullible, but Polnareff's worse.
yeah, I am very gullible, but he's worse. The rest of the tour group listens intently to Robert's every word. I think the tour guide can tell that he's losing the group. He seems to be getting flustered. Thank you for your contribution and knowledge, Mr. McSturgis. Let's move on to the next haunted location. Robert, Mary, and I follow the group down the street. Looks like they're almost holding hands.
I know, almost.
That tour guide shirt is cool.
Yeah, everyone in the group gets one when we make it to the final location.
I turn to Robert and grab him by the shoulders. I need that t-shirt.
Well, guess we're in this for the long haul then. Just follow my lead. Don't arouse too much suspicion, and we'll have cool ghost shirts in no time.
Our group arrives at an old, decrepit colonial-style house.
Hey.
A quick pause in the tour. My name is Quinn, but most people on the ghost tour circuit call me Tourmaster Quinn. I'm a DJ, trivia master, and part-time actor.
Hey.
I do private ghost hunting events, birthday parties, MC bar mitzvahs, and perform traditional vaudeville and mime work. Tourmaster Quinn gives out headshots to all of us. His resume is on the back. Stage combat experience. Anyway, here's a little bit of history for you all. This is the home and noted American author Dorothy Pembridge, whose prose was wildly popular in the late 19th century. It was in the attic of this very home where she wrote such classics as The Diaries of a Victorian Mistress, Lady Fitzwilliam's Courtship, and The Ghost of Sea Captain Reginald Barclay. Do I have to remember all the...
Not like every single detail, but you gotta pay attention.
She unfortunately died of consumption shortly after the turn of the century, but several people have reported that on some nights you could see a light from the attic, where the ghost of Miss Pembridge continues work on her latest bestseller.
This is kind of like Danganronpa. Oh my god, wait.
Oh, it's gonna be like, yeah, like the twist has already happened. Like,
No, that's what I mean. You'll see.
I guess you could say she was consumed by her work. Well, the way you were explaining it, it's like, okay, this is definitely going to be like something huge that's explained right now, and I'm not in like the genius mode at the moment.
That's
so-
not what I mean. You'll see. You'll see.
What, is this going to be a killing game?
No, just keep going.
No reaction from the crowd. The guy needs to work on his dad jokes. Oh, he's sad.
You're wrong.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Oh,
Actually,
I get it. He's like
That's
fucking-
what I mean.
Okay.
Actually, consumption is
That was way deeper than I was doing before. Actually, consumption is the popular cover-up. Little known fact is that it was a murder-suicide.
I'm pretty sure she died of consumption.
Sure. We definitely didn't hire Stanley Kubrick to elaborately fake the moon landing. That's the watered-down, censored version they teach you in school. But if you can't handle the real story, I understand. It's not for the faint of heart.
Can we?
I think everyone would much rather hear what this world-renowned ghost historian has to say, right, everybody?
The group murmurs in agreement. Yeah.
This is a topic we cover extensively in our book. Dr. Loomis, would you care to tell this story?
Riff something highbrow. Ghost on the rely on amazing improv comedy skills.
Don't do that one.
Do I
That's how you fuck up.
And let me guess, I just die.
No.
I fuck up and then just something kills
You
me.
don't die, but then you fail the date. Like, it's the same concept as, like, remember the first date with Robert, where if you said, like, no, I'm gonna go home, then you just don't finish the date, and then you don't get the extra stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause,
It's if you fuck up, then you just stop the tour, and you don't get the good part, and you don't get the points. So,
What do
I
you-
think
what
you're
is-
supposed
what
to
is-
say go with something I know.
What's highbrow? I don't understand.
Like, fancy.
Well, knowing Polnareff, he's gonna fuck up with that too. So we're gonna go with something I know
Yeah.
because that allows us to be as strong as possible with the knowledge we already have with it.
Confidence is important.
Absolutely. In the 19th century, Dorothy Pembridge was credited for protecting New York City from potentially world-ending paranormal forces. Despite her success, her ragtag group of ghost hunters were disbanded by government officials. However, after learning that the ghost of Vigo, the Carpathian, has taken an interest in her son and her ghost, busting friends launched a mission to defeat the ghost and once again save New York City. Hey, isn't that the plot to... Nope, it's not. The tour guide sees this as an opportunity to take back the group and addresses us with some razzle-dazzle. Robert's like, yeah, man, you're really fucking good at this. I like you. Ah, what an interesting story. Nah, I just want everyone to know the next location is extremely terrifying. If anyone thinks they can't handle it, feel free to excuse yourselves. Oh my god! Oh, they're not there yet.
Alright, I'm bored.
Yeah. Mary turns to a young guy looking at his phone and taps him on the shoulder.
Hey, kid. Fancy buying a gal a drink?
The guy looks up at her and smiles. Only if the bar is haunted.
Honey, I can show you the most haunted place in town.
Whew!
Holy shit. Okay, I'll explain why. After we're done the whole series, I'll explain why I said holy shit just now. Continue.
I think I could exercise your demons, if that's what you're looking for.
Don't write checks your dick can't cash, kid. I'll say that with proper English. Don't write checks your dick can't cash, kid.
That's for you to find out the truth of that matter. His eyes go wide. Mary salutes me and Robert. He's like, oh shit, all right.
Like a sailor.
Have some fun. She suddenly pulls me into a hug and murmurs into my ear, the 16th student, Mukuro Ikusan.
When you've known Rob for as long as I have, you know when something's wrong. Keep an eye on him for me tonight, okay?
But I haven't known him for as long as you have. I just moved here.
No, but like, she's saying she can tell something's wrong, so keep an eye on him for her.
Yeah. Sure, Mary.
Good man.
Mary pats me on the back and pulls away. She takes the guy's hand and leads him down the street.
Take a sleazy, fellas. God help that poor soul.
Mary or the kid?
Both.
Our last stop, this burial ground, is a hotbed of horrifying paranormal activity. I'm not even sure where to begin. There's the wailing ghost of the Wharfman, the vampire Maple Bay, children of the moonlight. We are going to run into Damien. I'm calling it now. I think this is the same graveyard that we ran into Robert.
Yeah.
So I really want to see us run into Damien.
What about the Dover ghost?
Oh shit, the Dover ghost. By this point, the tour guide's clearly irritated with us.
That Master Quill.
Tapmaster quiz. What about it?
Oh, nothing. I just think it would be a crime to come all the way out to the cemetery, the actual origin of one of New England's most notorious paranormal entities, and not even mention the infamous Dover ghost.
So Maple Bay's in New England?
Apparently. I don't know.
That's not a real thing. That is absolutely not a real thing. I think someone needs to brush up on the paranormal history. I know tons about paranormal history. I know every ghost story in this area. He's upset.
I can guarantee there's one you don't know.
Robert looks over at me and smiles.
Would you folks care to hear a tale about how Loomis and I met?
We showed up at a bar. That's it. No, the entire group hushes the tour guide. No, shut the fuck up.
My feelings hurt.
Okay, fine. Tell the story.
Well, it was a dark and stormy night.
I wasn't always a paranormal investigator. Way back when, I was just,
Hold on a second. Think. What does his bio say on Dad Book? It's pretty easy to tell which one he'd pick, though.
Traveling grifter.
Yeah. It says grifter. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's not that. He's not that.
Mm-mm.
So it must be that.
Yeah.
Moving from town to town, I was looking for my next mark. It wasn't an easy life, but I had fun. Taken from the rich, given to the poor. Actually, also taken from the poor. I had a shaky moral foundation. I happened upon the quiet town of Maple Bay by accident, but little did I know this city has a dark side.
Now, about the same time, I was just starting out as an apprentice to a rather famous ghost hunter who was an old family friend of mine. I carried the equipment, operated the EVP machine, all that.
Wait,
Yes.
who was the famous ghost hunter?
Well, I don't like to name drop, but Georgia Mathers.
Georgia Mathers. The tour group gasped.
Hey!
Georgia Mathers? She's a legend. You know her?
Knew her. Amazing woman. Died mysteriously. Miss you, Georgie.
Oh, Georgie.
Oh, Georgie. Anyway, we were in Maple Bay investigating some reports of strange lights and sounds coming from the cemetery late at night. Now, we had been warned by the old crypt keeper that this place was highly dangerous, but Georgia was never one to shy away from an adventure. We camped out in the center of the cemetery for 3 nights straight. We endured your so-called wailing watchman.
Wailing ghost of the Wharfman?
Whatever. Your stupid vampire was just a teenager in a mask, but the Dover ghost? Man. Tell him, Loomis.
So, there I was, just walking back to my hotel after a long day of...
Saving the game. Because I don't remember, and this is easy to fuck up.
not selling Bibles.
Working a couple of short cons because it works with what you said before.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the other one was with the carnival thing, and the other one was
Yeah.
the Bible. Yeah.
I gotta make it consistent. Classic pigeon drop scam. Putting out feelers for a rip deal. I was going to steal a baby, probably. Would have made me rich. Found myself walking past this very cemetery. Now, I was never a very superstitious man, but something seemed off. I could hear some sort of commotion happening deep within the graveyard, and I felt compelled to investigate.
And thank God you did. Georgia and I were conducting a seance in the mausoleum.
Mausoleum.
At first, things were pretty normal, but after about an hour, everything went south. Playing back the EVP meter, we were able to hear a single word.
A single word will happen next time.
On Dream Daddy.